Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Thank you so much, first of all, for tuning in. And today we're going to look at how I made, I don't actually know the total yet. We'll get to that here in a second. It'll probably be in the title of this video. Selling a put on Robinhood today. Usually what I do is I talk about all of the trades collectively and how much I make each and every day selling options. But today we're going to look at an actual example, an actual trade that I made, and talk about my mindset and how my mindset shifted that allowed me to make even more money. But before we get started, if you like this kind of content, consider subscribing. That way you don't miss any videos I make in the future. And you also don't miss awesome posts like this. I actually went to a Chinese buffet today. It's the first time in a long time I've been to one. And I made kind of a joke post that this is what selling options has afforded me. Not that I'm not appreciative of a Chinese buffet. I love it. I just thought it'd be kind of funny. But that's my sense of humor. It's pretty dry. So if you don't think it's funny, that's totally understandable. And also, if you want to help out the channel and you're watching this video and you're like, I might be interested in selling my own options someday, check out the course. It's linked in the description. I try to make it pretty affordable, well worth your time. It teaches you everything you need to know to get started selling options on your own. But if we hop over to my web app that I'm currently developing, you can go check it out and use it if you want. It's selloptions.net. It's also linked in the description. I want to show you some trades I made. One, we're going to look at, as we usually do, how much I made today selling options. And then B, we're going to look at a particular trade that I made on Robinhood and a put that I sold that made me over $100 today and this was all in one day. And so if you haven't seen this app before, if you sell options on Robinhood and want to answer the question, how much do I actually make selling options? What you can do is you can create a statement on Robinhood for whatever time span you want. And you can upload that statement here, and this will aggregate all the data and help you analyze and break it down. How much am I actually making selling options? And I was asked in one of my videos if I collect sensitive information. And I'm kind of glad they asked me this because that got me to thinking that I should share with everyone that we don't collect, I don't collect sensitive data. This is actually what a statement looks like. It's just a collection of transactions that you made. There's no account number, there's no social security. I can show this to anyone and they won't know it's me. It's not tied to my account anyway. So if I go ahead and upload this statement onto my app and it goes ahead and analyzes it, you can see I made $300 today selling options. And one of the key players for me getting this amount of money selling options today is on Robinhood. And I made 2 trades on Robinhood on the same trade, and you'll see what I mean here in a second, that allowed me to get this kind of income. So the first thing I did, Robinhood took a bit of a dip today, and it was getting close to an $83 strike. And I wanted to play it a little bit risky because when you sell options, high risk usually equates to high reward. And then you can go lower risk and lower delta and lower chance of it being assigned. But then on the flip side, you also make less in premium. So this one transaction right here, I sold a put on Robinhood near the money at $83. And I made $51 selling this put. And then a little bit later, Robinhood dipped even more, and I had 2 options. I can either get 100 shares of Robinhood assigned to me, which I wasn't totally against if I wanted to start selling covered calls on it, or I could roll it out into next week. And so what I ended up doing was I rolled it out. So I bought to close it at $75, and then I sold to open a new one at a lower strike price of $81, and I made $189 on that. So if we do the math real quick, so initially I made $51 and then I paid $75, but when I sold to open the new one, I made $189. So it's a very chaotic way really of making $165. How could I have done this differently? Well, I could have just and I'm looking back, I'm kind of kicking myself because this is one of those things you can learn from me and say, well, I would have done this differently, is I should have just let these get assigned to me. In fact, I don't even think they would be assigned to me because Robinhood ended the day at $83.07, so I would be 7 cents above the strike price, and I wouldn't be assigned because they would have been out of the money. So I should have honestly just let these go. Not every trade I make is some godlike trade. I don't want people to think like I'm just some master at this, because I'm not. I'm just a normal guy. And this was an example of not a great trade. And that's what's awesome about selling options, is because I can make not a great trade. And you can think, the roll was still not a great trade. That's okay. But to me, I can make not a great trade and make $165 doing that. So even when things don't go exactly to plan, with options, you have that flexibility and that potential to actually make even more money. So yeah, this is how I made $165 today selling a put on Robinhood. I would have done it differently, but in the end, it's what happened. Like I said, if you sell options on Robinhood and you want to see how much you actually make and break it down by ticker and not have to manually log all of these different trades just to see how much you make, it does it instantly for you. Go check this out. The only thing I'm currently keeping track of is how many rows of data this app is parsing, because I'm very curious if people are using this. And so far, last time I checked, we've parsed over 16,000 rows of data. Some of it my own, but I would say like less than 400 was mine. So that amount is awesome. I'm glad to see people are using this, and hopefully you're liking it. I'm continuing to add features to it, so stay tuned. It's going to be pretty exciting. And I hope to see you in a future video.